Did you know that last year, Americans streamed 21 million years worth of video, a 21% jump from the year before? That's a staggering amount of time spent scrolling, swiping, and watching, often without even realizing how it's shaping our minds. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, anxious, or even a little disconnected after hours on social media, you're not alone. This video is for you. By the end, you'll understand why social media can feel like a mental health roller coaster and walk away with 3 simple strategies to use it in a way that lifts you up instead of dragging you down. I've spent years studying how our digital habits affect us, and I want to share a perspective from an expert that changed how I see social media. Let's get started. Social media is everywhere. It's how we connect, laugh, learn, and sometimes escape. But have you ever noticed how a quick scroll can turn into hours, leaving you feeling restless or even a little empty? It's easy to get caught in that cycle, especially when we're bored, anxious, or just looking for a spark of excitement. I used to think I was just passing time on my phone, but I started to notice how it was affecting my mood, my focus, even my sense of self. That's when I turned to experts to understand what's really going on. One conversation, in particular, opened my eyes, and I want to share it with you because it's a game changer for anyone who feels like social media is taking more than it's giving. Here's what a PhD from Pathway Psychological Services shared about why social media hooks us so deeply. They explained that it's habit forming. When we're bored, idle, or anxious, we reach for our phones almost automatically. It's like a reflex. A big reason for this is the dopamine release we get when we find new, interesting, or exciting content. Dopamine is that feel-good chemical in our brains, and it's incredibly reinforcing. Picture this. You're scrolling through a social media feed, and each new post, video, or like gives you a tiny hit of that excitement. But after a while, that app starts to feel a little stale, so you switch to another one to chase that fresh spark again. It's a cycle that keeps us coming back. But it's not just about chasing excitement. Social media also shapes how we see ourselves and the world. The expert pointed out that research connects heavy social media use to feelings of anxiety, loneliness, and social isolation. When we're constantly looking at curated, over-edited versions of other people's lives, those perfect vacation photos, flawless selfies, or highlight reels of success, it's easy to feel like we're falling short. We start comparing ourselves to these polished images, and it can chip away at our confidence. It might even spark body image concerns or make us question if we're keeping up with everyone else's achievements. On top of that, the flood of information can feel overwhelming, especially when it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. Then there's the algorithm. It's designed to feed us content that aligns with what it thinks we believe or enjoy. That might sound convenient, but it means we're often seeing a narrow slice of the world, one that reinforces our existing views and limits our exposure to different perspectives. This can make things feel more polarized, like we're stuck in an echo chamber. The expert's words really hit home for me because I've felt that pull. The way social media can make you feel both connected and strangely alone at the same time. It's a lot to process, but understanding why this happens is the first step to taking back control. So, why does social media have such a big impact on our mental health? It comes down to how our brains are wired. Dopamine drives us to seek rewards, and social media is like a slot machine. Every scroll is a pull of the lever, hoping for a new like, comment, or exciting post. Studies, like those published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, show that excessive social media use is linked to higher levels of anxiety and lower self-esteem, especially in younger users. It's not just the time we spend, it's how social media makes us compare ourselves to others. Those perfectly curated feeds aren't reality, they're highlight reels. But when we're scrolling late at night, it's easy to forget that. Social media also messes with our attention. The constant switching between apps, notifications, and videos trains our brains to crave quick hits of stimulation. Over time, this can make it harder to focus on one thing, like reading a book, having a deep conversation, or even just sitting with our thoughts. It's called cognitive overload, and it can leave us feeling frazzled or drained. Plus, the algorithm's knack for showing us more of what we already engage with can narrow our worldview, making it harder to connect with others who think differently. All of this adds up to a mental health challenge that's unique to our digital age. But here's the good news. You can enjoy social media without letting it take over your mental health. Let's talk about 3 practical strategies to create a healthier relationship with your apps. First, try setting focus time. This means carving out specific moments in your day to focus on one task without distractions. Imagine sitting down to work, eat, or even relax without your phone buzzing or tempting you to check notifications. The expert I mentioned earlier called this single tasking, and it's a skill we're losing in a world that glorifies multitasking. Start small. Maybe 15 minutes of focus time for something you enjoy, like journaling or cooking with your phone in another room. I tried this, and it was amazing how much calmer I felt when I gave my brain a break from constant notifications. Second, build in moments of reflection. This is about noticing your social media habits without judgment. Ask yourself, when do I reach for my phone? Is it when I'm bored, procrastinating, or feeling a little lonely? How long do I stay on it? How do I feel afterward? For me, keeping a simple notebook where I jotted down when I use social media and how it made me feel was eye-opening. I realized I was scrolling most when I was avoiding work, and it often left me feeling more restless than before. Try tracking your habits for just one day. You might be surprised at what you learn. Third, create tech-free zones in your life. This could be a physical space, like your bedroom, where you avoid screens to let your mind unwind. Or it could be a time-based zone, like no social media after 9 p.m. to protect your sleep. I started leaving my phone outside my bedroom at night, and it made falling asleep so much easier. It's like giving your brain permission to rest instead of chasing one more video. Pick one space or time that feels doable for you and give it a try. These small boundaries can make a big difference in how you feel day to day. These strategies aren't about cutting social media out completely. It's about using it in a way that serves you. Social media can be a source of joy, inspiration, and connection when we approach it with intention. The key is balance. You might find that setting focus time helps you enjoy your favorite apps more because you're fully present. Or maybe reflection shows you which platforms lift you up and which ones leave you drained. It's all about discovering what works for you. Here's something I haven't shared yet. The real shift happens when you start seeing social media as a tool, not a lifestyle. It's there to enhance your life, not define it. You're not your follower count, your likes, or the algorithm's version of you. You're so much more than that. Tonight, try one of these strategies. Maybe set your phone aside for 10 minutes and focus on something you love. Or jot down how you feel after scrolling. If you want more ways to protect your mental health in a digital world, check out my video on calming your nervous system. It's linked below. And let me know in the comments, what's one social media habit you're ready to rethink? You're not alone in this, and every small step counts.